He's the one everyone knows. He was in Scooby-Doo and Pinky and the Brain. He was on the Cleveland Show. Oh, well, he was the name of the dog on the Cleveland Show, actually. He had 10 children. One time, Wilt Chamberlain was asked who the best player of all time was, and he said, "What's up, everybody? It's the Six Balls from Basket podcast, back again. I know we're all teeming with excitement. Everyone's ready for the Space Jam 2 review. So, Matt, kick us off. What'd you think?
Can we all just go around and say what we thought out of 10 first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 10.
Bertolini?
I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 2.
Maybe even a 5.5.
Whoa. All right, you got to go first then.
I'm feeling crazy. So, obviously it was bad. You can't argue that it was good because it just wasn't. But that being said, I wasn't bored watching the movie at all, and my attention was always there, and I just thought it was kind of a fun movie. Some cool stuff in there. Well, I'll go what I didn't like first, and then I'll go with what I liked. What I didn't like was all of the references and lazy dialogue and lazy ways to push a movie along. This movie was full of references, let alone Warner Brothers product placement. It was just full, every joke in the movie was a reference to something, and that just was pretty annoying. But I also feel like this movie just doesn't really have that magic about it that the original Space Jam had. And obviously we could talk about how bad LeBron is as an actor, but he's a basketball player. He's not really an actor, even though he has been in a couple productions, but it's besides the point. But what I did like about the movie was the special effects and CGI animation, whatever you want to call it. I thought a lot of effort was put into that. I just thought it was well done. That was the part I enjoyed most.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. I mean, I think the Looney Tunes were the best part. I
do love the Looney Tunes too.
One of my favorite movies growing up was Looney Tunes Back in Action with Brendan Fraser, and this just reminded me of that. This is the closest we've got to that since then, and it filled that void that has been there since the first Space Jam. But yeah. I still thought the movie was dog shit. LeBron's such a bad actor. You didn't give it enough credit. He's a terrible actor. He's a truly despicable actor. It doesn't make any sense why he didn't use his real family. And
yeah, I didn't like that either.
Ronnie was busy.
Ronnie was busy.
And what does he really have a nerd son? I don't want to know about
sons. I think he has 2 sons and a daughter.
Yeah, is one of them a nerd? Because that's what it seems like from the movie.
So yeah, maybe Dom is loosely based off of his actual son that's not good at that doesn't really like basketball that much.
Well, I think the movie was based on Bronny because he's in phase now, and I think LeBron came in and was having actual troubles accepting that Bronny is a gamer. Yeah, and I think he streams too. Yeah, so LeBron probably pitched that for the plot of the movie, and they just ate it up because he's fucking LeBron.
Yeah, I mean, that's a complete overreaction on his part, though. His son's gonna go to Duke or something. I don't know what. He sees him playing video games 6 hours a day, a normal kid, and just I don't know.
Yeah,
I can see that, but I feel that's kind of a reach, though. But LeBron just might not. We might not just be seeing it from LeBron's point of view, though.
Yeah, I think the overall message that I took away from the movie is that it's okay to be a gamer, even if you're the son of one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
I have one little problem with it, Matt, though.
Yeah, what is it?
Because this movie didn't let you think that LeBron is one of the greatest basketball players. This movie painted LeBron out to be the greatest fucking person to ever touch a basketball.
Yeah, he's really
the scene that broke me was the scene where Don Cheadle was talking about LeBron before they had even met.
And just drooling over him. That was disgusting.
With LeBron's disappointing dick just deep in his fucking mouth.
Yeah, that was just a blatant LeBron wrote that into the script. It was King James.
The king.
Entrepreneur, social justice,
Social media superstar.
social media superstar,
The
greatest
GOAT.
player to ever live. He's perfect.
He's the king. Like, fuck off, LeBron. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be like that going in. But we also have to realize that Jordan's done his fair share of that too.
But in
But
Jordan's,
they're
it
both in the
wasn't
wrong.
like that, though. Because he was, like, playing baseball. He was playing fucking
Yeah, I mean, it's
golf
all
with Bill Murray.
he depicted his life, I think, pretty modestly, but like that and also like The Last Dance, like I feel like a lot of The Last Dance, like Michael Jordan had a lot of say in what stays in that documentary and what doesn't. Like what Pippen said a couple weeks ago, like Jordan controls the cameras, which I can honestly see.
Yeah, I believe that. But Jordan's not just so fucking obvious. He's at least a little understated about it. This is just like LeBron having a film
Yeah,
crew suck his dick for 2 long hours.
Jordan just does it in a more charming and classy way. I'll say.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you guys think about the Porky Pig rap?
I honestly fell asleep for that part.
It
I
was
was like,
Flames.
I was drifting in and out of sleep for the whole like middle of the movie. Also, big misstep by not having LeBron dress up as Austin Powers.
That would have been something.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think he would ever live that down, though.
One of the worst parts of the movie for me was when Don Cheadle turned into just like this jacked like basketball player at the end, and the CGI was just like
Yeah, that was
so
bad. That actually might be my least favorite scene. That was so bad. Like it didn't make any sense. Like
it was such a bad climax.
there was no like all of the other people on the goon squad like had like some they were like playing a character almost like they're like an animal or like a robot or something. Like he was just like a CGI version of Don Cheadle, but like trying to look like LeBron. But he was the only person in CGI,
You know
or at
what
least
I
like
had a
a
big
real, or
problem
like
with?
a hyper realistic version, like CGI of himself. That part that was stupid.
And
That
while
was
we're
so
talking
dumb.
about the Goon Squad, I think the worst part, like far and away, was Clay Thompson. Wet Fire is the best name you can fucking think of.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
thought
least creative goddamn thing I've ever heard in my whole life. That's so low effort. And
Bro,
I think the Monstars were dumb. Or the Goon Squad or whatever they were fucking called. They were
they're called the
dumb in
Goon
this
Squad.
movie.
Their uniforms were pretty weak.
Everything was pretty weak.
I don't know. I liked. Actually, no. This is my least favorite part of the movie. I liked Damian. I liked his. I
Oh,
liked
Damian Lillard
Kronos.
was cool.
Yeah, Kronos was pretty sick, but he used his power right off the bat, and then doesn't use it for the rest of the game. And then Granny uses his power against, like, turns his dial, I guess, like the other way to make it so time speeds up for him. Because the first time time slowed down and he was moving at normal speed.
Yeah.
But like, how can that thing be used against him? Like, that made no sense. That was so stupid. That was so lazily done. That actually kind of pissed me off.
I think this whole movie was lazily done. It was just like a lazy cash grab to like suck LeBron's dick and like make him feel better about himself because he lost in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I feel like everything except like the visual aspect of it,
And
which I feel like
I
is most movies nowadays. Most like
big
most
blockbusters.
most big blockbuster movies.
Yeah, it's either like all about the visuals or it's just really sad.
yeah.
And
On that
4
note,
hours.
the name Al G Rhythm,
That was dumb.
fucking atrocious.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the whoever wrote this movie like doesn't know how technology works
Or how movies work or how like communication works.
or
There was just
comedy.
like there was just so much like unnecessary fluff. Like Sarah Silverman and Steven Yeun did not need to be in this movie. Sarah
I don't even
Silverman
know what
just
like part they played in it. I don't know what their characters were.
yeah, they had no names, no nothing. Like the other one had Bill Murray and not like nothing against Steven Yeun or Sarah Silverman. I know you guys probably have choice words for Sarah Silverman.
I like Sarah
Um,
Silverman.
Yeah, I like Simpson.
all right, well, fine. But like they're no fucking Bill Murray. They're no fucking Newman from Seinfeld. Like, it's just not as good. You didn't get anyone that good. I did like the Michael B. Jordan cameo. That was funny, I thought.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was expecting that though.
I thought it was really going to be Jordan.
Nah, no
I
way.
wouldn't sign up for this shit.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I just thought maybe.
Yeah, I didn't hate that.
And I don't know. I like the Looney Tunes a lot. It was dumb that, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the movie. At the end, Bugs dies. That was fucking dumb.
No, it was a
Can't
fake
kill
out.
Bugs
It's a
Bunny.
fake out death.
No, it's
No,
not.
that's actually my worst. That's actually the thing I hate the most about this movie, the fake out death.
No, because the last scene isn't real. That's just a schizophrenic episode by LeBron.
I mean, you can theorize that, but until LeBron or someone who was involved with that movie confirms that, then I'm going to go ahead and say Bugs is still alive. Bugs is just too powerful. You can't kill Bugs Bunny.
So who are we giving the MVP of the game to, Bugs?
Wile E. Coyote. Wile E. Coyote had like 600 points.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote was
He
pretty
did,
close.
yeah.
I think he was their leading scorer. He was nuts.
I don't know. Bugs died for it though.
True. He made the biggest play, you could argue. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset with that answer either.
All right, so co-MVPs Bugs and Wile E. Coyote.
Also, just want to reference the Rick and Morty cameo. Just
Unnecessary pandering. That's what
did
this
not
whole
need
movie.
to happen.
Yeah, what
It
was even the point of that?
literally nothing?
What did they do?
They
They
just
dropped off
introduced
Taz.
Taz to the
Oh.
movie.
Which, I mean, it wasn't like... It made sense.
Yeah,
Canonically, it made sense. But also, that makes me think, since Rick and Morty is in this, and LeBron, this whole movie takes place in the Fortnite universe. And that's the theory we really need to be
See,
talking about.
I think that is very possible because they like do like fourth wall breaks and do like little hints at the original Space Jam, but LeBron acts like he's like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Nobody acts like it exists except the Looney Tunes. So I'm with you in that it's not in the same universe as the original Space Jam.
And there's been multiple like fourth wall breaks in Fortnite where they like
Yeah.
have stuff that appears in real life. I think we can pretty much rule it.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
It's the first movie of the Fortnite franchise. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Also, why don't
Who
they
would've
just call it
thought?
Space Jam 2? Fucking assholes.
Because it's not the same continuity.
yeah.
It's in a different universe. You can't name it Space Jam 2 if there was never Space Jam 1.
And we'll move on soon, but I hated like how all the fucking fans at the game were like little references and like you could spot people in the back. That was dumb as shit.
It was
They were all
every
shitty
piece.
costumes.
It was every piece of intellectual property Warner Brothers has ever created. Dude,
Yeah.
the guys from Clockwork Orange were like sitting courtside, and they were in the same outfits that they like fucking you know did horrible things. And I'm not going to go into the details. I mean,
Yeah.
go
Also,
watch the movie.
the imposter from Among Us.
That
Main
wasn't
appearance.
nah,
That
that
wasn't confirmed. That wasn't confirmed.
wasn't confirmed. I think it's like the headlight of a car.
Uh,
But
But they definitely did leave that in there on purpose.
I just thought like all the like costumes on the sidelines for the characters were like so low effort. It looked like the fucking like special effects from the live action Scooby Doo movie. Like the first one, that's how much effort it looked like they put into it. It was just like so disappointing to see like a shitty Joker on the sidelines or like fucking at least animate in a cartoon Joker.
yeah, it was bad. And I'll say back to LeBron's bad acting. I would say the two worst parts in the movie for me was first when he lost his son and he was running down the hallway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that's
Laughed at
actually
that.
my favorite part of the movie.
We
That was unreal.
That was my favorite part actually.
That was so bad. And then the other one, when it was probably like the Spider Girl. She was like dunking the ball like a million times, and it was hitting LeBron in the face, and his head was just going side to side.
Yeah, he has to act. He has to act that out somehow.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah, LeBron's a horrible actor. And he was even worse once he became a cartoon, I think.
Yeah.
He's I don't know if you guys have seen the LeBrons. I've seen it,
Oh, yeah.
10
Matt,
times over, but
I forgot to mention
he's no voice guy. I don't know what happened. He just dropped the ball with this.
Yeah, our friend Mike Burke alleged that this wasn't in the Fortnite universe. This movie is actually a sequel to the acclaimed series, The LeBrons.
Yeah, it could be, honestly.
Maybe this is how Biz grows up. Or athlete or whatever his dumb fucking name was. If you haven't seen LeBrons, you don't want to give yourself like ocular hemorrhoids, so just avoid it at all costs. The LeBrons is fucking horrible.
I don't know, man. The LeBron season 2 was revolutionary. It really set the way for the next generation of television.
Yeah, no, it was dog shit, and you should never watch it. But should we move on to our next fun topic?
Yeah,
Are we ready? Does anyone have any last words on Space Jam 2?
I think we've talked enough about Space Jam 2.
I think we squeezed the life out of that fucking movie.
All right, so in conclusion, fuck Space Jam 2. Fuck LeBron as an actor. And Bugs Bunny's awesome. I wish there was more Looney Tunes in it, less LeBron, but that's my last note. As our next segment, though, last week, should we also mention like the Bucks just won the finals? How fucking crazy is that? Should we talk about that? Congrats to Giannis.
No.
Congratulations, Giannis. Whatever.
Congrats, Dante DiVincenzo, Pat Connaughton.
Congratulations, Torrey Craig.
Yeah.
On winning a championship, no matter what. If the Bucks won or lost, or no, he's on the Suns, right?
Award. Yeah.
Yeah. He would have got a ring no matter what. So I guess biggest congrats would go to him for me.
And also Frank Kaminsky. I know Owen's a big Frank Kaminsky guy, so
yeah, glad to see he's going down. But so also at the same time, the Olympics is going on. Devin Booker, I think, just took a flight there, and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday should be leaving tonight. We're recording this on Friday. The Bucks just got done their parade, which looked fucking awesome. It looked so cool.
PJ Tucker was fucking bombed out of his mind.
Oh, he was blasted. Giannis is so hype.
What does PJ Tucker drink? What do you guys think?
Maker's Mark.
Ooh.
Or like rum and cokes. Bruce Arians.
Jack and Cokes.
Bruce Arians likes the rum and coke. I know this isn't a football podcast, but that's the king of rum and cokes right there.
I feel like PJ Tucker's a big Rolling Rock guy.
Just an asshole.
Yeah.
He drinks summer shandies. But yeah, PJ Tucker got fucking wasted. He was like Tom Brady at the Bucks parade, wasted. He was absolutely destroyed. It's very funny to see. And at the same time, the Olympics is going on, and they had to remove – or Bradley Beal's not on the team anymore because he got hurt, right?
I think it was safety protocol.
Yeah, it was.
And I think Kevin Love's off the team too.
Oh, well. So last week we were talking about replacements, like after the podcast, trying to figure out what we're going to do this episode. And we thought of the idea of talking about a team of the most patriotic players of all time. All right, so we're going to go through, like we're filling in an all-NBA team, and then we'll just go through each other. We'll make an order live on the podcast, and we'll determine how we go through the bench. But to start off our team, I would like to go first with the nomination. It's not a guard, but I think it's the highest priority player on this list. Is that okay? Are we all okay with that? Or should we go guard first?
No, do whatever you want. And we'll just go around you.
Okay. And it's a forward, so get your number one forward ready to argue for this spot. I'm going Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor was in the Army while he was in the NBA for the 1961-62 season. He played 48 games, scored over 1,800 points, and in a Game 5 NBA Finals victory against the Boston Celtics, Baylor grabbed 22 rebounds and set the still-standing NBA record for points in an NBA Finals game with 61. You guys want to guess how many points he averaged that season or that series?
35.
40 and 17 rebounds.
I was gonna say 40.
Oh, my bad, Berlin.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, he scored 71 points in a game the year before and was in the Army the whole time. I heard somewhere that he would just come and play the games on the weekends, and he was on active duty during the week. So, oh yeah, he was stationed at Fort Lewis in Washington. He could play for the Lakers only when on a weekend pass. And the Lakers still made the finals. So, Elgin Baylor, the most patriotic player. Who do you guys got as your number one forward? Or do you want to just chalk
Oh,
him
Matt,
up?
take this one.
For forward?
Yeah, who you got?
Forward, yeah.
I don't really have any good forwards. The one that I had that I might take later was Jonathan Isaac.
Why?
Just because he didn't kneel during the national anthem in the bubble, and he was the only player on the Magic to not kneel. So
That makes him more patriotic?
Yeah, he also wasn't wearing his Black Lives Matter shirt that every other person on the court was wearing.
Yeah,
I had him on my all unpatriotic team, but depending on how you look at it.
yeah. I guess it depends on how you look at it. I don't really know why he didn't kneel, but you could go either way with that.
Bertolini, you got a forward for me?
Yeah, I have but before I say it, that I actually never knew that about Elgin Baylor. That's actually that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
I think
a lot of athletes will go and serve and they'll take like a step away from their career and then they'll go back in. But like the fact that he was doing it while he was playing is like that's amazing to me. So salute to Elgin Baylor. Rest in peace, big guy.
Yeah, I think that's one of like the craziest like weird NBA facts ever. Like he
Yeah,
just played on the fucking weekends while he was
like
stationed all
when
the
does
way
he
in
practice?
Washington.
When does he practice his sport that he's
Or-
the best in the world at?
Yeah, and like he averaged 40 points in that finals. That's fucking crazy.
That's incredible.
All right, who you got, Bertolini?
My forward, I have a Mello.
Yeah, that was my other choice.
Yeah, so he's probably like at near the top of my list, if not at the very top. So he's been with USA basketball for 14 years, and he has 3 gold medals and 1 bronze, which is more than any other male basketball player.
Are we bringing female into this?
I have a few females on my list.
Oh fuck! I didn't put any on mine.
I didn't know that.
I can think of a really good one.
I don't know what positions they are, so we might just have to slot them in on the bench. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, gals.
Also, Bertolini, just to add a little stat to that, as of April 2016, he was the U.S. Olympic team's all-time leader in points, rebounds, and games played.
There you go.
Yeah, Melo just turns it on in the playoffs. I remember watching that 2012 run, and he just went crazy.
Yeah, and he just plays like that completely different brand of basketball that everyone always talks about, him switching into that gear and playing like he does in the Olympics, but he never does it in the regular season. All right, so I guess we'll just – do you have another forward, Bertolini? Because I had Melo as my other guy.
I had Michael Jordan, but
He's a guard.
Okay. Then no.
All right, so we're marking in our 2 most patriotic forwards in NBA history, Elgin Baylor and Carmelo Anthony. All right, Perolo, give us a guard.
A guard. So I'm going to take Jerry West here.
Interesting.
So born in West Virginia, according to his Wikipedia, he spent his days like hunting and fishing, and his brother was actually killed in combat in the Korean War.
Oh.
So
it's a solid pick.
You got one?
Yeah, for guard, I have Vince Carter strictly because of that that infamous dunk he had over that like 7 footer. I
Frederick
don't even
Weiss.
Frederick Weiss.
It's my favorite
Shout
dunk of all time.
yeah, mine too. Shout out. Actually, it's in my top three. But
What's the top three?
that dunk, the Dr. J rocking the cradle on I think it was Michael Cooper's head. Could have been a different Laker. I don't know. And then the third one, I don't really know.
DeAndre Jordan over Brandon Knight.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, maybe that one. Yeah.
Any John Morant
Or
dunk.
Talking
or
says
it might be
America.
another Vince Carter dunk, but from one of his from the 2005 dunk contest. Which one did he win?
I'll look it up right now.
The year 2000.
Damn, we were just wee babies.
I was in the womb.
Yeah, probably. This is a pretty hard decision for me for my first guard, but I have four really good ones to choose from. I had Vince Carter on my list. I was gonna pick him for the bench, but I mean, yeah, nothing says America like jumping 7 feet in the air.
And fucking dunking over a Frenchman.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with a more low key selection and go Quentin Grimes.
What is
Wow.
man?
Quentin Grimes led us to the FIBA 19U championship this year. I think that's pretty fucking American. He played in Kansas and Texas, or in Houston, just traveling the country. He's been a high rated recruit for a long time, and he's just a beast. I think he deserves a spot on this team. Maybe not in the starting lineup, but at the very least on the bench.
Possibly.
He was the MVP of the championship game. He led our team in points and assists, and he was just a dog the whole time.
Yeah, that team was really good.
Yeah, it really was.
All of their like U18 and U19 teams are insane.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier, and I believe we've won the past like 7 of them.
Yeah, gold medals.
Yeah, I'm
Or
gonna.
yeah, FIBA World Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to nominate another guard? Matt, who do you have?
I actually don't have any more guards.
Oh, we won the last 5. Just to fact check. What do you mean you don't have any more guards?
It's all most of my players are big men.
Most of your players are big, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll gift you one. J.R. Smith, you can have. He's the Supreme logo tattooed on him, and I don't think there's anything more American than getting a brand that does not pay you tattooed on your body.
That is really American.
Yeah,
So
that's
We're talking patriotic though, not American. I guess it's one and the same, but
yeah, I have some players in this list that are more American than patriotic.
And then with my second guard spot, who do we want to pick? I think
for the
Jerry
first
West is a
for the
really good
first
one.
guard
Yeah.
spot.
And who'd you say,
Yeah,
Bertolini?
I said Vince Carter.
Oh, this is tough. I mean,
I'm gonna go with Vince Carter because it's the the more well known one, but I do really like the Jerry West pick.
I honestly, I
Another,
think he's what, Perla?
I was gonna say another sad fact I found out about Jerry West while researching this is that he had to sleep with a shotgun in his bed because his dad would come home and beat him.
Nothing's
Oh,
more
God.
American than child
Nothing more
abuse.
American.
That's just growing up in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Sorry, West Virginians. If
We'll
anybody
take
from
him
West
home.
Virginia happens to be listening.
Jerry West, most patriotic guard, number 1. All right, now you have the ability to renominate Vince Carter for the number 2, Bertolini.
Okay.
You could nominate someone else though.
Yeah, I guess I could save this other one I have cooking. I'll just go with Vince Carter again for my nomination.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Ray Allen for my nom.
What was that?
Ray Allen was an Army brat.
Oh.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep, I looked up a list of famous people you didn't know were military brats, and I don't get why they call themselves military brats. I said this to Bertolini once, maybe I said it to you too, Matt, but one time my history teacher referred to himself as a postal brat.
Oh
Like
my
his dad was a
God.
postal worker. Like,
Wow.
fuck you, man. He also would tell us about a side job at what, I don't know, like an outdoors store, like a Cabela's type store. Yeah, Ray Allen's dad was in the Air Force. He spent his childhood living on military bases. At first, the basketball legend felt that being a military brat was a curse, but it made him more used to traveling in the NBA. And he turned around to like it.
I think that's a good pick.
Not mad at it.
Would you pick it over Vince Carter, though? And nothing's more American also than being with a great team and then looking for one that's better, like Ray Allen did with the Celtics and the Heat. Like jumping ship to the one that's not sinking.
Yeah.
I think you argued your case pretty well. Does Matt get a turn now, or?
He said he didn't have another guard.
Yeah, I don't have any more
Oh, yeah.
nominations for the guards. So
I think you argued yours pretty well, but I think Vince Carter does deserve a spot on this team.
Oh, me too. I think he just if we didn't have such a strong forward class, I would try to slot him down. But
Yeah,
I think Elgin Baylor and Melo are just too solid.
yeah, we can go Ray Allen.
yeah, let's go Ray Allen.
All right, cool. Now we're just gonna argue one big man.
I think it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer.
I really think it's between two, but I mean, it's obviously. Are we all thinking David Robinson?
Yeah.
The Admiral.
I think Shaq is also like. We could talk about Shaq.
I was gonna put Shaq on my list,
Why
but
Shaq?
Because Shaq's dad was Shaq was a military brat too. No one's a better ambassador for this country than Shaquille O'Neal.
True.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I don't know, he was born in Germany, came over to he was born in Newark, New Jersey, but spent time in Germany. I guess it wasn't his dad, but his stepdad was a career Army sergeant. He won a gold medal and a FIBA World Cup, and he's just Shaq. But I mean, it's got to be fucking David Robinson, obviously.
I think for the sake of the list, you have to go David Robinson.
Yeah, I believe also a military brat. Yeah,
and he went
Robinson's father was in the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, and then he himself went to Navy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he was in the military.
Sir. I think he served as like minimum or his like mandatory 2 years with the Navy too.
Yeah, and then came and played, and then
won 2
fucking sick.
championships.
Yeah.
All right, so what's our starting five then?
Also, he was a member of 3 Olympic teams. Our list is Ray Allen, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Carmelo Anthony, David Robinson.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's a solid group of guys. It would be a very fun team to watch.
It's like kind of surprising because like you kind of have to explain the Jerry West and the Ray Allen and maybe even the Elgin Baylor to like a basketball fan who's not like very informed on like that background stuff. But like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think it's really good once you get into the nitty gritty. So
Yeah.
all right, I'll do a random number generator. And we'll do between 1 and 10. Both of you pick your number now.
1.
6.
I'm going to pick 4. The number was 3.
Let's go.
All right,
Oh,
so
wait.
your second, Bertolini.
It's the same order as last time.
Is it?
Should this just be the order for whenever we pick stuff?
I guess so. I am going to go with a weird one off top, and I'm going to get a guy by the name of Ozzie Shetman.
Wow.
Who?
Now, I don't have a position for this guy, but
It's okay.
Ozzie Shetman was born on May 30th, 1919 in Brooklyn, New York City. His parents were Jewish immigrants from Russia. He had 3 siblings, and he played basketball growing up. He went to LIU Brooklyn. He was a Shark. And on November 1st, 1946, in the first ever game of the Basketball Association of America, Shetman made the first basket when the Knicks played the Toronto Huskies.
So he scored the first basket in NBA history?
Yep. Against a fucking Canada team.
That's pretty patriotic.
Yeah. He fucking took down Canada with the Knicks for the first NBA game ever. He also later played on a
wasn't-
team based in Paterson, New Jersey. But we don't need to talk about that. Oh, wait, no. But yeah, Ozzie Shepman. That's my nom.
I wasn't really sure where you were going with that, but yeah, I like it.
Matt? Or I guess Bertolini, you're going?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with George Washington III. He's actually still in high school. Does that count?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's George Washington III. He's a guard from the Christian Academy of Louisville. I think
Any
it's pretty
relation?
self-explanatory.
In relation to the George Washington?
Probably not since he's the third generation, but
He just got 2 days ago. He got an offer from Western Kentucky.
Wow.
And 6 days ago, he got an offer from Cincinnati. I think that's a really good nom.
George Washington III, if you're listening, what up?
Tap in, man. I never heard of him, but that's a really good nom. Matt?
That's a good nom. So this one might be met with some boos, and it might cause problems with team chemistry, especially with Ozzy. But I'm gonna take Myers Leonard here.
Wow.
I
I really was hoping you wouldn't say that. But no. Go on.
Yeah, so we all know he didn't kneel for the anthem, right? Because I think his brother's in the military or some shit like that. And we all know what happened on Twitch that one night.
Fateful day.
That one fateful night.
Yeah, that one fateful night. So we don't need to get into that. Yeah, he just loves America. And nothing's more American than saying a racial slur on live television. So
are you done, Matt?
yeah, that's about it.
New birds are coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I was struggling putting this list together, so that one might be a bit of a reach.
It's a hard list to make. You have to do a lot of research, and you have to, kind of use your own definition of patriotism when making your picks. And I think we can say, we see how you define patriotism now. And there's nothing wrong with your definition of it. It's like, it just, that's like why, our picks are different.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I mean, look, man, you can hate Myers Leonard, but
I hated Myers Leonard before the drama.
Oh yeah, I'm sure most people did. I did too. But there's no denying he loves this country.
He does have a brother in the military.
Yeah.
It's fair.
All right, so can I nominate a twofer?
We'll allow it.
Wait, let me just find the website I was on. But I'm gonna nominate Mike Muscala and CJ McCollum.
And why is that?
Because Mike Muscala went to Lehigh, or CJ McCollum went to Lehigh, and Mike Muscala went to Bucknell. And in college, their conference is called the Patriot League.
That's a bit of a stretch.
What's more patriotic than the Patriot League? There's only 3 other players from the Patriot League to ever play in the NBA. And I bet you $1 million you guys will not guess any of them. You have 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Otto Porter.
Adonal Foyle, Andre Ingram, Malcolm Miller.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got any of those.
Andre Ingram, like the 30-year-old?
Yeah.
Like the 30-year-old.
He went to American University. Adonal Foyle went to Colgate. Malcolm Miller went to Holy Cross.
Andre Ingram might deserve a nom here towards the end.
American University.
He did go to American University. That's a good point.
And he did.
You know what?
American Dream.
You know what? Fuck it. Andre Ingram's the nom here instead.
I like that.
Flipping the script. He grinded in the G League for years. And you said 30-year-old Andre Ingram, Matt? Try like 40-year-old Andre Ingram. He was old as shit when he made the league.
He was like in his mid-30s, right?
I thought he was more close. Oh, no, he's 35 now. So, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, he was Patriot League Freshman of the Year. He finished his collegiate career as America's Oh, was American's fifth all-time leading scorer. But he grinded in the G League from 2007 to 2017.
And he was also a math tutor. What's more American than working 2 jobs
Yeah,
and still barely making ends meet?
for real.
I like the nom.
I do like the nom. So what do we have? 4 nominations here?
Yeah, so we got Myers Leonard by
Cool.
Matt. Ozzie Shetman. Who was your nom, Bertolini?
George Washington III.
Oh yeah, George Washington III, Ozzie Shetman, Andre Ingram, and unfortunately Myers Leonard. Bertolini, you got your next guy or girl?
All right, are we picking?
Yeah, it's your turn. I picked Andre Ingram.
Oh, so we're just sliding Andre Ingram in at 6.
Yeah, I thought you guys said you liked the nom.
All right, yeah, that's fine. 7. I'm gonna go with World B. Free, aka Lloyd Bernard Free. Played in the late 70s to the late 80s, and he had his name changed to World Be Free for, a couple different reasons. But when I see World Be Free, I just think of, someone that really believes in democracy and a true patriot. World Be Free.
See, the only thing I would say against it is it's not like America be free.
Still, it's an American value.
Yeah, freedom is. I think it's a good nom.
That's a good nom.
Corolla, who you got?
So Bertolini might have something to say about this one. He might add some further insights. But I'm going to go with Michael Porter Jr.
Oh,
What? You're just naming the conservative all-star team?
you're just picking problematic people and just
Well, no.
disguising it as patriotism.
So Michael Porter Jr. has infamously came out and said that COVID, it was just made up by the government for population control. And, nothing's more American these days than not trusting the government.
And being an anti-vaxxer
And being in QAnon and
and creating a song called the Black Conservative Anthem.
I do like your defense, but I feel like if he's gonna make it in this, it's gonna be at the very bottom.
That's fair.
But hold on to that one.
I'll sit on it.
All right, I'm gonna call an audible here. I think we should all make our case, and then at the end decide what ones make it out of all the ones we give.
Are you keeping track of each one?
Yep.
Okay.
Like I'll just read through the list when we're done, and then we'll decide what 5 make it.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna go with my next nomination. I told it to Matt earlier, but J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith truly lived the American dream. Just risky text messages, being high on the court, fucking has a Supreme logo and other logos tattooed on his body. He's been everywhere. He's a New York Knick for life. And he got to ride somebody's coattails to victory. And, I mean, we've said it many times, but what's more American than that?
It's not bad, but I don't know. I'm not sure if that's really worthy of the list.
Wait, also, let me just add this to the list. According to the controversy section on J.R. Smith's Wikipedia, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different vehicle-related incidents listed here. And on August 5th, 2009, Smith closed his Twitter account because he was accused of writing in a way that reflected the Bloods gang. And if being a fake Blood is an American, I don't know what is.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, so he avoided getting indicted on a vehicular manslaughter charge, reckless driving, a lot of American shit.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty American.
I feel like there's really, with JR, it's not there's no one big thing for him. So it's kind of hard for me to, just get on his side with that. But it's not a bad pick. Can I do mine?
Yeah, of course, man.
I have a Tyler Johnson. I think you just look at Tyler Johnson and you just see an embodiment of the South.
Of white trash.
Yeah, I think he's a millionaire that chooses to still live in the trailer park. I think he just has this pimped out trailer somewhere in a trailer park somewhere. I think that's his home. and you just look at him and you're like, okay, this guy like sets off fireworks off of his back porch, like like on a regular basis. So for like any occasion, yeah,
I'm
Tyler
with you.
Johnson.
I think that's a really good pick. He looks like complete white trash, and few things are more American than white trash.
Yeah, I like that.
Matt?
I'm gonna go with Christian Leitner.
Ooh,
You know,
There's a
youngest
good
player,
pick.
youngest player in the Dream Team. He's also listed as one of the top 35 McDonald's All-Americans of all time. Obviously, hit one of the most iconic shots in college basketball history. And him and his brother, early in life, worked as farm laborers to supplement their allowance, according to Wikipedia.
it's the American dream.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too. I think that's a good pick. And see, for this one, there's a couple names I wanna throw out there, but fuck, this is hard. I think I'm gonna go Magic Johnson. Nothing's as American as leveraging your basketball career to become an LA icon. He was like one of the famous members of the Dream Team. He fucking came back for the Dream Team after he'd already retired. He's a Michigan kid that made it. That's the American dream. The American dream is being born with the name Irvin and being so good at basketball that no one calls you that for the rest of your life.
Okay.
All right.
But I also feel like using your career in sports and just leveraging it to become a celebrity is also a very like European thing. Like I feel like soccer players like do that just as much as NBA players.
I
But
mean, maybe it's just because we're here, but I don't really think so.
I definitely think so. Dude, Cristiano Ronaldo is like he's more of like a model than he is a soccer player at this point.
But he's still sick.
He's still a great soccer player, but like so was Magic Johnson through his entire career.
Yeah, and then Magic Johnson came back to play in the Olympics after retiring because of something very American, HIV. He
Oh
is an
wow.
investor in
Wow.
The Dodgers and the
Wow.
Sparks. Why the wows? What's the wow for?
HIV.
I just wasn't expecting you to say that.
Is
HIV's
HIV considered American?
yeah, it's an
Well,
American product.
didn't it originate from Africa?
Yeah, because of stuff we did. Should we cut the whole AIDS section, you think?
No, leave it in there, man. Come on.
You said it.
You did say it.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's judging anyone from this podcast, it's the proud boy himself, fucking champion Myers Leonard and Jonathan Isaac.
Okay.
Who's your coach nomination gonna be? Fucking Mark Jackson.
Fuck
I don't
man.
have a
It's
coach
Coach
now.
K. Has to be Coach K.
You want to just skip to the coach now? Because I'm gonna go
I still have
for.
some more names, but
All right, let's just do that. We'll do the coach at the end. So Tyler Johnson, Christian Leitner. I have to update the list. Don't know how to spell Leitner. Bertolini, who you got next?
I have okay, so this is gonna be kind of a weird pick and might be a little bit off the grain, but Yao Ming. He brought an American sport and popularized it in the West. I mean, and I just think that's a beautiful thing.
Also, there is evidence to suggest that Yao Ming is a product of genetic engineering, and what's more American than that?
Yeah, not a great one, but
Also, wait, I have an extra Elgin Baylor fact to add to the fact that he was so American. He was also a minor Hollywood star. He was in the Jackson
yeah, he
Five's
was.
first TV special. He was in
Yeah.
movies. And while we're
Yeah.
talking Elgin Baylor, I'm gonna go with someone who he played against, Wilt Chamberlain. Oh wait, it's not my fucking pick. Sorry, Matt.
No, you can go.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much out of picks. The rest of my players were pretty problematic, so I'm gonna leave them off the list.
All right, just give us a rundown of the rest of the list. The problematic team.
You don't even have to argue them. Just give us the names. We want to see what you wrote down.
No. I can't
No.
get canceled on the Six Balls One Basket pod.
On episode 3.
Yeah, it's too soon to get canceled.
All right, then I'm going to go Wilt Chamberlain. Nothing's more, I mean, I'll stop saying nothing's more American. Wilt Chamberlain's fucking American as shit. He scored 100 points in a game in fucking Converses. He's sick. I mean,
Played for the Globetrotters, right?
Yeah, played for the Globetrotters.
Slept with 20,000 women.
Yeah.
Probably has like 50 kids.
Fact.
Yeah. Who do you want to go next, Berlini?
I guess I just have like. Oh, actually, I have 3 more. Can I just list them off now? Or do you want to?
Yeah.
Do
No.
All right.
You can list them, and then I just have one more.
Okay, I have Teresa Edwards, who has 4 gold medals and 1 bronze medal. She has the most out of any basketball player in Olympic history. And then I have Lisa Leslie, who has 4 gold medals in 4 appearances. So she was 4 for 4. She has the second most in Olympic history. I guess tied with Mello, but she has 4 gold medals and Mello is 3. And then I have Dwayne Wade, because not only did he play for the U.S. Olympic team, but he also cried during the national anthem one time. It was before Game 7 against the I want to say the Spurs in the finals. Cried during the national anthem. How patriotic is that?
That is pretty fucking American.
That's a patriot right there. It's just a song.
Yeah. Dude, it's not just a song, it's an anthem.
And he was moved to tears.
All right, I actually do have 2 picks, and one's kind of a coach, but also kind of a player. For my first pick, I'm going with Kim Mulkey, former Baylor head coach, current coach of LSU. When she was a player, she won an Olympics, and then she also won as a coach. She was the first person in NCAA women's basketball history to win a national championship as a player, assistant coach, and head coach. She fucking made Baylor sick at basketball for a long time, then just jumped ship to go home. She was fucking sick. She hoops.
A little biased, but not a bad pick.
Yeah, not bad.
I think it's a good pick. And then with my second pick, I'm going Meadowlark Lemon. Probably the most famous of the Globetrotters. Meadowlark Lemon is fucking sick. He's the one everyone knows. He was in Scooby-Doo and Pinky and the Brain. He was on the Cleveland Show. Oh, well, he was the name of the dog on the Cleveland Show, actually. He had 10 children. One time, Wilt Chamberlain was asked who the best player of all time was, and he said, Meadowlark Lemon.
Wow.
Fellow Wilmington great Michael Jordan called Lemon a true national treasure and a personal inspirator in Jordan's youth. Also from Wilmington, North Carolina, was drafted to the U.S. Army and served for 2 years in Austria and West Germany. Meadowlark Lemon should be the captain.
That is a great pick.
Pretty good resume, yeah. Just got better and better, really.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't thinking him. Then when I said Wilt Chamberlain and you added that he was on the Globetrotters, that just shot off the Meadowlark Lemon parts of my brain.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Great name, too.
Yeah, we might find a spot for him.
All right, so should we go through the bench and pick our 5 best?
Would you want to do the coach? Or?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go Pop. I know he's struggling right now, but, I mean, he's an Army guy, too. He is fucking sick.
Yeah. I think it's a toss-up between Pop and Coach K, honestly.
I think it has to be Coach K. Coach K, in his assistant coaching and head coaching career with USA Basketball, he has 11 gold medals, 2 silver medals, 2 bronze medals, several FIBA championships, not Olympic based, just like World Cups and different kinds of like official tournaments. He's won a couple of championships there. He was the first coach to take a team through 3 consecutive gold medals in USA basketball history. And also his record all time in official USA basketball games is 139-7 all time.
And I believe he was
Yeah.
like an assistant
I'm also
coach.
looking at Greg Popovich.
He was assistant coach for the Dream Team is what I was going to say. But
Yeah. I mean that all of those count.
But
Yeah.
what were you going to say about Popovich, Parolo?
I was gonna say I'm looking at like his Team USA history, and he's only been on 4 teams. He's only been a part of 4 teams.
Yeah, not great. But what I think puts Popovich over the edge for me is Greg Popovich served 5 years of required active duty in the United States Air Force, where he toured Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union with the U.S. Armed Forces basketball team. In 1972, he was selected as the captain. This earned him an invite to the 1972 Olympic basketball team trials. And that's fucking sick.
That is really good. But
they're both good arguments.
This is a really tough decision.
Well, we got to pick one as the head, and we can go one as assistant.
Okay. I'm going to go Coach K as the head. Matt, you can be the tiebreaker.
I think we got to go we'll go Coach K as the head, and we'll go Greg Popovich as assistant, just because Coach K has more medals, so I feel like he'd be a better head coach.
All right. I'm with it. Do we want to go through our list of the bench and decide on our top 5? Or should we do 8?
We should do 8. Felt like a full thing of 13. Because we do have a lot of really good picks.
All right.
But you're going to have to jog my memory here.
Yeah, so just try and get your top 5 down. And I'll screenshot this and send it to you guys too right now. The list is Ozzie Shetman, World Be Free, Myers Leonard, George Washington III, Andre Ingram, Michael Porter Jr., J.R. Smith, Tyler Johnson, Christian Laettner, Magic Johnson, Yao Ming, Teresa Edwards, Lisa Leslie, Dwayne Wade, Kim Mulkey, and I forgot 2 on the list. Will Chamberlain and Meadowlark Lemon are also there.
And Vince Carter.
Should we throw Quentin Grimes in the mix too?
Yeah,
he was
Quentin
declined.
Grimes in and throw in Michael Jordan, I guess.
All right, I'm with it. And Jonathan Isaac?
No. Fuck no.
Nah, fuck
no.
All right. I think the first pick should be Meadowlark Lemon. I think that should be our 6th man.
I agree.
I think that's like the far and above the best one, and I think it's just he's the 6th man. He should have been a starter if we knew what position he played. Then I really do like Bertolini's Dwayne Wade pick. As I'm just going to skip to it. I'm going to go Dwayne Wade, Andre Ingram, George Washington III, and then Ozzie Shetman.
Are we doing 8?
Oh, fuck, we are doing 8. God damn it. All right, we'll just go one by one then. I'll cut that part out. Yeah, so Meadowlark Lemon's our first guy. I think Dwayne Wade was a really good point. I think we should go Dwayne Wade too. He cried during the anthem. He was on a bunch of teams. He's American as shit. He has a daughter struggling with gender identity that he has to defend. I think that's pretty American. I think the way he's doing it's pretty American. Taking it by the balls. Facing it head on. No input.
No, yeah, Adam.
Yeah.
All right, so the official list has got us Meadowlark Lemon and Dwayne Wade. Do you guys have a nom? Who do you think should be on the final cut?
I definitely think Teresa Edwards should be on.
Matt?
I also think Will Chamberlain should be on.
All right. I mean, I agree with Teresa Edwards. She has the most ever, you said, Bertolini?
Yeah, she has 5 medals total.
All right, then I'll throw Wilt on. Then that's 4.
I like Ozzy Shetman.
Prolo, you good on Ozzy Shetman?
Yeah.
The first player to score an NBA basket. Just to remind everybody, on the New York Knicks, what's more American than that? All right, so now we have World Be Free, Myers Leonard, George Washington III, Andre Ingram, Michael Porter Jr., J.R. Smith, Tyler Johnson, Christian Laettner, Magic, Yao, Lisa Leslie, Kim Mulkey, Jordan.
I'm liking either Vince Carter or World Be Free here.
I'm thinking George Washington.
Yeah, I think George Washington should also make it pretty early.
Yeah, me too. But the thing is, like, he's in high school, so it's like he's the
Ozzy
only.
Shetman's dead as shit. He played 3 years in the NBA.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. George Washington's the only non-professional in this entire group. Is he eligible? Like, I
This
guess he
is
is.
all time. It could have been a baby.
Okay, yeah, George Washington the third.
All right. Then you think Vince Carter or Jordan, you said, Bertolini?
Vince Carter, World Be Free.
Oh, or World Be Free. I don't know. Something about World Be Free just doesn't rub me the right way.
Come on. World Be Free.
He did also play for the 76ers.
Twice.
American.
Came back.
Yeah, I guess the Sixers are pretty American. I should have done the first Sixer ever, or maybe like our leading point getter. I think Dr. J could have got a spot on this list really easily. I feel like people are gonna say that in the comments.
He was also like a huge like icon and like celebrity too.
What about Jimmer? Should we have put him on the list? Because he's such like, or who else is really good in the Chinese league? Stephon Marbury?
I don't know.
Whoever is sick, and I think it's Stephon Marbury.
Yeah, Stephon Marbury is in the Chinese league.
But yeah, and he's like awesome.
I don't know how that's like patriotic though.
Because he's out here defending our country in a whole nother one.
Is he though?
He's representing our country with 29 points a game.
I don't know.
All right, whatever. I guess we got to go to the next one. Yeah, Prolo, how do you feel about World Be Free? You think he should go in?
I'm not mad at it. I'd be fine with him going in.
We only have 2 more spots. I'd love to throw Andre Ingram in one of these spots.
I agree.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. You said he served?
No.
Ah.
I don't think so, at least. I'll go back to his... No, he's just in the Patriot League. He went to
American University in the Patriot League. I feel like he deserves a spot for that.
Yeah, and just his story.
Yeah.
The American.
Yeah, the fact that he was also a math tutor.
Yeah. All right, so now we got one more spot. Do we want to give it to World Be Free? Should we give it to Lisa Leslie, Magic, Yao Ming? We still didn't finalize Vince Carter. Should we give him the last spot?
I think this is between Vince Carter, World Be Free, Lisa Leslie, and like Jordan.
I think Christian Laettner is also a good nom. We haven't really talked about Christian Laettner that much, but he gave us one of the better 30 for 30s, I think. Directed by Ken Jeong.
Yeah, I think the farming story with his brother, I think that's like the best argument you can make for him in this case. But
I think Tyler Johnson would be a good nomination too. I really liked your argument there, Bertolini.
This is the toughest pick.
Parolo? Is anything swaying you?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we have anyone left that either served or was like a military brat?
We could put Shaq on.
Oh, shit. We forgot about Shaq.
But I don't think so. I don't think any of these people were.
I think Shaq's pretty American. I think he deserves a look here. I mean, he's on every commercial. He's a military brat. It's pretty American.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm down to put Shaq.
I'm not mad at it. Shaq or Lisa Leslie would be my final pick.
Oh, shit. Tyler Johnson's mom is in the Air Force.
Okay. I still think Shaq has it over him, though.
I just think that's a pretty neat little thing that we nominated him without even knowing that. Yeah. All right. So we're going Shaq.
Yeah, let's go Shaq here.
All right. Shaq Diesel. So the lineup is starting Ray Allen, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Carmelo Anthony, and David Robinson versus, oh, and then not versus, but on the bench we have Dwayne Wade, Meadowlark Lemon, Teresa Edwards, Wilt Chamberlain, Ozzie Shetman, George Washington III, Andre Ingram, and Shaquille O'Neal. And that's our most patriotic team.
That's the dream team right there.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty solid team. If we could travel through space and time, travel through corporeal dimensions, use technology, much like algae rhythm, to bring this podcast full circle. If we could use Space Jam technology, this is the team we'd assemble. What else do we want to talk about before we leave? Again, congrats to the Bucks. Shout out Giannis, Thanasis, the blowjob bell.
Torrey Craig.
Yep. Oh, yeah, in episode 1, we briefly touched on Blueface's professional fighting career, and he won, and then he beat up a fan in the ring. We all watched it right before the pod. Any other words about that?
That's pretty American.
Yeah, that's what America's, I think that's really one of the core values of America is just watching two idiots just beat the crap out of each other for our amusement.
And I think it was someone from another country. So, beating up foreigners? What's more American than that?
Yeah. That's a good transition into the Olympics are starting this week. So,
yeah.
Looking forward to talking some Team USA next episode.
Yeah, I hope we're playing better than we were in the prelims. I hope Pop whips them into shape. Have you guys seen Kevin Durant being a piss baby?
Yeah.
They just fuck with him. Did you see them singing happy birthday to him?
Yeah.
He was getting pissed. Bam wouldn't give him the ball after he made it. He was getting pissed.
Yeah, he just seems annoying to be around.
Yeah. Very, very business minded, which you can respect to a certain degree, but I mean, I don't know. He just needs to not be so fucking uptight.
Yeah.
Have some fun. But the problem with this, I guess we'll talk more about this, but we have too many scorers on this team. We have too many number one guys, and that might seem ridiculous, but who the fuck's gonna pass the ball? Who's gonna pass up their shot? Not Devin Booker, not Kevin Durant, not. I think Drew Holiday is gonna be a really good addition to this team, but
yeah,
it's all gonna be guys who just try to get their own buckets. And I think that's why we might lose to a shitty team. But, we'll have to see. Is there anything else we want to talk about? At the request of one of our listeners, Greg Vinci, he said we should have a brief Talking Hockey segment. So I don't know anything about hockey, but the Kraken just had their draft. I'm in full support of any team named the Kraken.
Let's get cracking. What up, Greg?
Yeah, shout out to Vinci. Matt, do you have any hockey input? Any Kraken input?
No.
The official take from Matt Barolo.
Yeah, that's my take.
Would you guys want NBA expansion teams? Would you like the NBA to expand?
I don't know. I mean, the NBA. I feel like the NBA has gotten better over the last couple of years. So
that's why they expand. That's why you expand, because it gets too good, and then.
No, I mean not talent wise, but entertainment wise. But I feel like if the NBA starts to if they're going to do an expansion team at all, they have to bring back the Seattle Supersonics. That's really the only situation where I would be pretty stoked about.
Yeah, I personally would love to see a WNBA expansion into Philly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, we don't have a team.
I think that would be great. That'd be so fun. And if the tickets were cheap, it'd be a great thing to just go to, and
I think the WNBA is honestly on the come up.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, if the Blue Coats weren't in Delaware, I'd be going to a ton of Blue Coats games. But it's just yeah. I mean, if there ever is a WNBA team in Philly, I would go to a couple games.
But yeah, I think the WNBA is on the upswing. I think. Do you see the Indiana Fever jerseys that look like Stranger Things?
I did see those. Those are cool.
Those are pretty neat. They try shit like the G League does.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the SpongeBob SquarePants jerseys.
yeah, and have you ever seen those old Sixers fucking Power Rangers jerseys? Those are sick. They're the
The
87ers Power
87ers.
Rangers.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah.
They have R2D2 ones. They have pizza ones. It's like pepperoni pizza. No, that's the Stockton Kings, I think. Had a jersey that was just like a JPEG of just pepperoni pizza just like zoomed in on the jersey. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like how can you not just sit there in awe
Yeah, it was the Stockton Kings.
of people playing in pizza jerseys?
Oh, here's a list of the most insane G League jerseys ever. Maybe we should do this for a whole another episode. But there's
Yeah.
this one Memphis Hustle jerseys where it's just like a bunch of pictures of dogs.
Oh.
It's super weird. At some point, a team, the Grand Rapids Drive, wore the Flint Tropics jerseys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but after the podcast, I'm gonna send you guys I'll just send this link in our group chat real quick so you can see the fucking dog jerseys. They're atrocious. But yeah, I think I've said it 3 times already. I don't know how many more times I can reiterate it, but the G League's not the G League, the fucking WNBA is on the upswing. I think Charlie Collier is like a good star to come to the league. I think a bunch of I don't know. I feel like I just see a lot more WNBA content on Twitter and stuff. And
I like that like a lot of like NBA players and like coaches and just a lot of people in the NBA are like really supportive of the WNBA.
yeah, I think that's a great thing. I mean,
See what the future holds.
I think if it keeps going the way it's going, it's going to expand. We're going to see more teams. Let's petition to get that should be like our first thing. We'll Chad and JT go deep style, go to like a Philadelphia council meeting and petition for our WNBA team. Or maybe we have to petition like their council or like their expansion committee. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because they do need a lot of like permitting and stuff from the city to even operate,
Yeah.
let alone get their own like stadium.
Yeah. They could just play at the
Wells Fargo, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's a shame that the name Liberty is already taken. I feel like that just belongs in Philly, not New York.
Yeah, they could probably come up with something better though.
yeah.
Yeah, the Philadelphia cheesesteaks.
The Philadelphia chicken cheesesteaks.
Oh, we can talk about this because it's new news. It's not basketball news, but did you see the Cleveland Indians change their name to the Guardians?
Yes.
Cleveland Guardians.
How do we feel about it?
I think it's a bad name, but I think their name needed to change.
Yeah, I think it needed to change too, but I don't think it's that bad. I was talking to one of our friends that'll go nameless, and he was saying how much he hated it, how it looked like a 90s AAA team logo, and how dumb it was. But I think it's kind of cool. I think the logo's cool. I think Guardians isn't a bad name. I would have liked to see it be the Cleveland Spiders, but it's not that bad.
Cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool as shit. But
Yeah.
they just want to keep the same fucking font because they're lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to see the whole design and like all their branding too. But like the Guardians, I'm not for a baseball team. I'm not crazy about the name, but yeah, I have to get some time with it, I guess, before I can say whether I like it or not.
All right. Do we got anything else to say before we head out?
Can't wait for Space Jam 3.
Yeah, fuck Space Jam 2. Fuck you, LeBron. Fuck you.
I can't wait for the next Space Jam in 20 years with Giannis in it
No, it'll be Bronny Jr.
or Bronny Jr.
Or like Chris Paul's kid.
or Mikey Williams.
Yeah, Mikey Williams. Let's see who the top prospect in like 2028 is.
Or what's that guy's name? Emmanuel.
Amoni Bates.
No, the kid with one arm.
Oh, that kid's sick. Have you seen his highlights, Parolo?
Yeah, they're nice.
That kid's dirty. All right, the top prospect in 2028 is Adam Daniels from Indiana. That's not going to be it. So,
Yeah, that's just no.
Should we just get a future on Kai Miles from Arizona? Or Boogie Cook?
Ooh, Boogie Cook has a ring to it.
Not Kai.
Boogie Cook in Space Jam 3.
Yeah, Boogie Cook starring in Space Jam 3.
Enzo Lee. How do they even measure these? These kids are like 10.
Yeah,
These
it's
kids are like
ridiculous.
literally
It's ridiculous
babies.
how ESPN will make a top 100 for like 15-year-olds.
This is top25scouts.com. Even worse.
How do they have this information?
I feel like they just make it up.
Yeah, me too. The number one recruit in 2025 is allegedly someone named Jerry Easter II.
That is a made-up name.
Yeah,
That's like one of those 2K generated players.
definitely.
Space
Declared
Jam,
with-
Back to the Basics, starring, what's his name?
Jerry Easter II.
Jerry Easter II. Coming in 2040.
Yeah, so, look out for the pod. We'll probably do a review of that one when it comes out.
Stick with us.
Yeah, just stick around. It'll be worth it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Be safe, stay healthy, and remember, fuck LeBron James. He's a horrible actor.